Have you ever stopped to look in the mirror and asked yourself, who is really looking back? Not the physical reflection, but the person hiding behind the layers. We live in a world that hands us ready-made scripts from the moment we open our eyes. From an early age, we are taught to wear masks just to survive the social landscape. There is the mask of the successful person, the one who must constantly show results to be validated. There is the mask of the one who never makes a mistake, carrying the burden of perfectionism like a stone in their pocket. Then there is the mask of the people pleaser, the one who suppresses their own soul's voice just to make sure everyone else feels comfortable. It is an exhausting exercise, isn't it? It is like trying to keep a beach ball submerged underwater. It requires constant, draining effort, a muscular tension in your soul that never relaxes. You are so busy holding up the performance that you forget how to simply exist. When you try to be who the world demands you to be, you step into a labyrinth where the corridors all look the same and the exit becomes harder to find with every passing year. You begin to look to the side, comparing your behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. You see someone who seems to have a better script, a more polished mask, a louder applause. Your anxiety grows because you are afraid that if you show your true self, they won't love you. Dissatisfaction becomes your shadow. But listen to this truth. A truth we rarely stop to hear because we are too busy performing. You were never created to be a copy. You were designed to be an original masterpiece, one of a kind, a unique expression of the divine. Your identity is not a resume of achievements for the world. It is a sacred gift given by the Creator before the foundation of the world. Comparison is the thief of joy, but it is also the greatest enemy of your true identity. When we compare ourselves, we are implicitly telling God that His plan for us is insufficient, that He got it wrong. We forget that the designer who created the galaxies, who painted the sunset in colors no artist can replicate, and who gives rhythm to the seasons, does not work with factory molds. He works with handcrafted, intimate details. Think about the pressure you feel. The world pressures you to fit in, to be predictable, to adhere to the algorithms of success. But Christian freedom, the true freedom we find in Christ, is not about adjusting to the world's mold. It is about being transformed by the renewing of your mind. It is about waking up and saying, I don't need to be him or her to be significant. What are you so afraid will happen if you simply be who God designed you to be? Is it the fear of rejection? The fear that if the world sees the real you, they will turn away? Freedom is found when what God thinks about you becomes infinitely more important than any human opinion. The mask is heavy. It restricts your breathing and hides your eyes. Worst of all, it hides the unique, radiant glow that God placed inside you, a glow that only you can reflect. There comes a moment, and perhaps this is the moment you have been waiting for, when your exhaustion becomes your greatest ally. It is the moment you realize you no longer have the strength to sustain the charade. You hit the wall, and for the first time, you stop fighting to uphold the image. You understand that your true identity is not something you need to conquer, win, or purchase. It is something you need to accept. Imagine now, in this moment, letting go of that mask. Feel the weight falling away. Feel the relief of not having to pretend, not having to polish your edges, not having to filter your thoughts before you speak. When you let go of the suffocating weight of others' expectations, you finally have your hands free to hold on to God's purpose. And you know what? That purpose may not look like what the world calls success. It may not bring you fame or riches. It may be quiet. It may be simple, but it will be deeply, profoundly satisfying. You are the only human being on this earth who can offer the world exactly what God placed within you. If you try to be someone else, the world loses the unique gift that only you possess. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. It is being exactly who you were created to be, without the paralyzing shackles of fear and the constant need to prove your worth. The journey to being who you were created to be begins with a conscious daily choice. It is a step of trust. Do not be afraid to be authentic in a world that tries to standardize you. Your authenticity is your greatest weapon against the pressure of comparison. It is your resistance against a culture of fakes. If you are ready to abandon that mask and finally embrace your identity in God, I want to invite you to make a public commitment, not for me, but for yourself. Go to the comment section now and write, I am who He created me to be. This is not just a comment, it is a declaration. It is a line in the sand. It is you breaking with the past and walking toward the purpose He wrote for you before you were born. And if this reflection has touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Someone else you know is probably struggling behind a mask, feeling like a failure. Subscribe to Faith Sketches so we can continue this journey of discovering biblical wisdom together. We are in this together, and you are not walking this path alone. May His peace, the peace that passes all understanding, be your guide today, tomorrow, and forever.